Oh my god, this is why my light wasn't even fully on. In this video, I'm going to show you how I perfect my beauty photos with the help of Facetune. If you haven't already watched my part 1 video, go and click up in the pop-up banner step by step of how I take photos for my beauty posts, and it's actually not that difficult. I do use a camera and flash photography. If you ever wondered how the influencers look so good on Instagram and the makeup is always crystal clear, stay tuned. I am Ghini. I do beauty and mental health videos every Friday and Sundays. Consider subscribing because I'm all about empowering one another and spreading positivity, being transparent and honest. I Facetune pretty much all of my beauty photos and I'm proud of it. What I don't think is okay is when people Facetune themselves and claim that it's all candid. I shot this photo and I just clicked upload. I choose Facetune because the quality on Instagram is not really that great anyway. If you missed out on my first ever storytime video, I talked about how I Photoshop the heck out of my photos, so I'm really good at photoshopping too. A top tip from me is that if you want to maximize your engagement and how you show up on Instagram, you want a portrait. Take up your audience screen as much as you can, so you don't want to upload a square. Crop it into 3x4 and I would go freeform and then drag it out a little and then maybe take it in just a touch. Now I'm just going to click done, and going back to Facetune, we want to select the correct image. The first thing that I'm going to do is to perfect my skin. As you know, I have quite problematic skin, so I'm going to go into my indentations or active breakouts area and I take them out. I don't go and just blur everything out for a very good reason, because I'm going to demonstrate right here. Let's just go smooth, and obviously you've got smooth, which is like level 1, and then smoother, which is like level 2. If you were to just go over all of your imperfections, your photos is going to look like Jennifer Lopez's photos, which is not very realistic. We want to use patch tool, and what you want to do is to single each and every one of those little imperfection out. Not that I don't accept my flaws, I clearly do, because if you look at my Instagram, half of the photos I upload, I don't even have makeup on. I'm all about communicating transparently and being authentically me. I have taken out pretty much all of my spots of the raised bumps and uneven texture. Ooh, my nose hair, which I'm not going to allow that to happen, obviously. So I would just drag it quite close to the nostril. Gone. The next step I want to show you is the paint tool. Can you see on my forehead, this area, it still looks quite raised. So what I'm going to do is to pick up a darker color in the perimeter of my forehead, and then I'll paint over. Right at the top of my hairline, it looks lighter now, so I'm going to erase. But can you see how much more even it already looks? The dark patch is still there, so I'm going to pick up a lighter color and then maybe just a little bit on. This is what you need to learn. If you want a good quality photo that still looks realistic and not overly done, this is the length you need to go to if you have skin like mine. My pores, can we just look at those pores? So I would get rid of those gigantic orange peel looking pores first. What I typically do is to go onto the smooth tool, not smoother, the smooth, and then just zoom it in. Okay, with the shiny areas, this is what you want to do. Go to the tones tool, pick a darker color, and you want to paint over the shiniest part of your face first. On this side, I need to zoom it right in and do it very strategically. It takes a lot less blurring to get rid of those enlarged pores. So I go in with smoother and do it really strategically. And if you want it to look Instagram influencer, like the good ones, you don't want to cancel out your pores, because you are a human being. You're meant to have pores, if that makes sense. I also go underneath my chin just a little. And sometimes when I blur too much, I go into erase, because I don't want to blur too much. I have got a little bit of unevenness on the right side of my cupid's bow. Pick the color that is really close to my top lip and then go and fill it in ever so slightly. My brows, so I do use the tone tool again to give my brows a little bit of a help. I select the darker shade of my brow and then I just paint over the bottom part of my brows ever so slightly. So again, paint and erase, paint and erase. It's not like I can't make my brows to look like this in person with makeup. I totally can, but it's just way too dark. Okay, my nose contour, I clearly didn't really do a good job here. Most of the time I do a much better job. The smoother tool to kind of smooth out the nose contour. Can you see? Oh my goodness. And then I'll go back in with smooth on the other side. And then what we want to do after is to pick up a brighter shade and okay, select and then brush it up the nose bridge. I rarely do this because most of the time my nose contour is actually really on point, and my favorite powder to contour my nose with is a Laura Mercier Mineral Foundation powder in Rich Honey. Again, brush and erase, brush and erase, brush and erase, always, no matter what you do. Oh my god, this contour, what on earth has happened? I'm not happy with this contour at all. It's not the best, it's not the worst. I have done worse in the past. Most of the time I try to edit my photos under half an hour, because when you step into the 1 hour mark, you will start over editing your photos. And I'm going to insert a photo here, which I totally over edited, airbrushed my entire face out. And another photo that I'm going to show you that I'm actually really happy and proud of editing. So there's not a lot left that I would do to the photo except for my eyeball. I do a few tricks. I have all the intention to make my eyes stand out as much as I can. So what I do is enhance the contrast of the color of my eye. So first of all, I go into darken my pupils. Can you see the difference? I would bring out the brown in my eye just a little bit more. So I pick up the lighter shade of brown and then I would start. You can call me cheating or anything you want to call me, because I'm getting some help, but I'm showing you how I achieve it, so I have no shame. I'm actually quite proud of doing it because I just want to show everyone that beauty is attainable. You can look just as good as any influencer too if you put in the work. and I like to think that I'm a good example and I'm not an influencer. Those are like the points that got the reflection previously, but now they are just a touch more reflecty. So even a word, reflective. The very last step is going to be the detail tool. What I like to do is to detail both of my eyes. Now it looks better, I think. But this is the tutorial of how I edit my photos. I've got one more trick. So I would pick up one of the colors on the perimeter of my face and run it on my forehead. I run my eraser just like this. Right, let's do a grand review. So I'm going to do before and after. So we have come to the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed watching it. I thoroughly enjoyed making it, and it is something that I wanted to make for a very long time. I want to share every little tips and tricks that I ever have with you, because I'm all about sharing. Sharing is caring and also empowering. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe and ring the bell. I am Ghini and I look forward to having you back on my channel next time. I'll see you in my next video. Stay golden, stay fabulous. Bye darlings.